Has back pain got you popping pills regularly, going from physio to physio, doctor to doctor, going for scan after scan, cortisone injection after cortisone injection? This video is for you. It's going to help you get on top of your condition once and for all. Now, very few people with back pain know that the health of your back is built on 3 pillars: the strength of your back, the strength of your tummy, and the strength of your legs. Building the strength, resilience, and power in any of these 3 sides of the triangle is going to help your back pain enormously and will help you start lifting and bending without fear again. Today is all about leg strength. I have 3 key performance indicators which I use regularly to check on the strength of your back. The first movement is 20 kilos. I have 10 kilos on one shoulder, 10 kilos on the other. Wide stance. My feet are not going to twist in when I do this movement. All the way down, all the way up. At least 10 times. Notice my knees are going right over my toes. They are not twisting inwards, and they're also equally not twisting too far outwards. So all the way down, whole foot on the floor, pushing up with my whole foot. This does so many leg muscles. Your thighs, your glutes. And is also a good indicator of hip, ankle, and knee mobility. Now, so many people can't get all the way down. If you can't, I encourage you to spread your hips wider and also have a look on my video on getting a full Asian squat. You might say, John, that is way too easy for me. Well done. That probably means your legs is not the determining factor in your back pain, and you might need to check on the strength of your tummy or the lower back. Alternately, you might say, John, this actually was really hard. I'm surprised how hard it was. Now, in daily life, we are often, on occasion, asked to lift heavy loads. And if you cannot lift 20 kilos, full depth, it is a sign that when you are asked to lift furniture, you are probably putting excess pressure on your back because your muscles can't cope. It means you likely have to work on your leg strength. I encourage you to start with lesser weight or even no weight at all. Now, even if you achieve 20 kilos or 15 kilograms quite easily, there is a likelihood that one leg is stronger than the other leg. This is what the next test is for. Now, if you have sciatica or a previous leg injury, even from a long time ago, this is highly likely that you are favoring one leg over the other. What happens if you can't do a full squat at all? Start with a chair in front of you and go slowly down. With the support, you'll feel like you can go down further than before. You can even use 2 chairs to help you get down and push yourself up. Gradually over time, you will be able to go deeper and deeper, and you'll also feel like it's more natural to bring your knees closer and closer together. If your ankle mobility is poor, you'll often put more pressure on your spine by hunching. Doing that, which does place more pressure on the back, even going up on tippy toes to help them go all the way down, which is a more unstable platform for a lift, or moving the knees excessively inwards or excessively outwards, which places extra pressure on the hips and lower back. If your feet are wobbling outwards or inwards too much, again, it means you do not have a stable platform to use your legs, hips, and muscles of your back. Let's start with the single leg sit to stand test. Now, the single leg sit to stand is a great test. It's so easy to set up. You just need a chair about 45 centimeter height, which is most standard chairs. The Physio by Numbers key performance indicator is 20 sit to stands on one leg, and left should equal right. We want a soft landing, not a heavy thud, because that shows a lack of control in your hip. We do not want the knee shaking everywhere, which again shows a lack of control and can cause knee, hip, and back pain. If you are very shaky, it's a sign that you lack control, balance, and strength in each individual hip and thigh muscle. You should be able to lower yourself slowly and not just a quick thud. Now, if you notice a vast difference, we're talking over 10% from left to right, this is a side you need to work on. You want to get at least 20. If you are very far away from 20, it means your legs are not supporting your back and your spine. So you may notice my knee is slightly wobbly. Any more, and that's probably too much wobble, especially if it's painful. This tells me I need to work on my hip and knee strength and balance. Now, if it is too hard to do for you from 45 centimeters, you can add a cushion to make that chair higher. You could make it 50 centimeters or 60 centimeters, or even do it off the edge of your bed where it's bound to be even easier still. And if that's too hard, use your hands on the chair. You could use 2 hands or even 1 hand, but eventually your goal is to get to 45 centimeters and do it 20 times with your hands on your chest. Using your hands for balance is fine, but it will be harder with your hands on your chest. The final assessment and exercise is called the Bulgarian. It will put more emphasis on the strength of your knees and your ankle mobility than the single leg sit to stand, which is more focused on hip and balance. Now, back foot will be on a short stool for balance. Only 10% of your weight or so will be on the back leg. We want up to 90% of your weight on the front leg. You will take a big lunge forwards and go all the way down, at least 90 degrees knee flexion, so your thigh will be at least parallel to the ground. Now, same thing, if you can't go all the way down, you can use a chair for balance, or you can even use 2 chairs, 1 on each side. And you can put more weight on the back leg. My standard for you is 20 full depth Bulgarians on each leg. If this is too easy for you, you can proceed with weight on both shoulders. You've now done the 3 tests to check on one of the 3 pillars of back health. You now know if your leg strength is strong enough. Can you do 20 kilogram full squats 10 times? Can you do 20 single leg sit to stands on each side from a 45 centimeter chair? And can you do 20 full depth Bulgarians on each side? If you cannot, I encourage you to work towards those numbers. Even a small change in those numbers will likely result in a better feeling back. And if you've gone above and beyond those numbers, keep building on it. But also start thinking, is it your tummy or your lower back that is the chief contributor to your lower back pain? I'll see you in the next video where we're looking at the strength of your lower back. Let's improve it and let's get rid of your back pain once and for all. Thanks, like and subscribe and share.